The Vile Files Special Forces reunion. I will have this full reunion linked in the description below this video. I'm gonna give you a quick little rundown right here. Y'all, Kody Brown was actually sitting down with the rest of the cast that made it to the finale. Not necessarily finished, but made it to the finale, which was Sean Johnson East, Andrew East, Bree, Gia, and Kody. Beautiful ladies. But one thing I want you to notice when you're watching this interview is the ladies' body language and their reactions and responses to Kody. Hilarious. Now, Nick was not letting Kody off the hook. Oh no, he pressed. He kept bringing up the kids. He kept bringing up the estrangement. He kept bringing up the accountability or lack of. He kept pushing. And when Kody got triggered, you could tell, because Kody was like, okay, look, I just don't feel like this is the place to talk about this, because I'm, still trying to go through the process. I'm like, dude, this is the time and the place, so let's talk about it. And he did talk a little bit about it, because they just wouldn't let him off the hook. Now, this is the type of interview that Sister Wives fans have been begging for years. This dude is finally asked hard-hitting questions by a man, and he's not getting let off the hook. Dude is over here like, okay, I just don't feel safe. And they're still talking. They're still asking, like, okay, well, anyway, so, have you made any steps when you got home for your estrangement to improve that? Do you talk to your kids now? Dude is dancing around every type of accountability question. Kody, that is, per usual, because isn't that what narcissists do? Anyway, Kody continues to blame the kids and the ex-wives. He says, look, when you go through 3 divorces back to back, the kids were naturally closer to their mothers, so they went with their mothers. And that's just how it was. Everybody just kind of went their separate ways. And now I am reaching out. But when you're dealing with adults, communication is a 2-way street. I'm over here like, yeah, when you're dealing with any type of normal adult relationship situation, except for the ones between parents and kids. Right? Or am I just being delusional here? Probably the latter. I mean, I've been called worse. But look, in this interview, it was a lot about Kody, because it should have been. He literally admits to saying and doing whatever he thought the DSs wanted to hear. They wanted him to do, because Kody literally says, well, look, I was in sports when I was a child. I played in sports, and all I wanted to do was impress my coaches. And immediately I said out loud, so you're an ass kisser, and you admit you're a brown noser and an ass kisser, people pleaser, liar. I mean, just my opinion, based on his response. Because he said, I just did and said what I thought would impress them. I just want to impress my coaches. That's who I am. I want to impress people. And then he had the nerve to say that he noticed while watching the show back how quirky he was on Special Forces. Yeah. He says, I was very quirky. I'm not that way on Sister Wives. And I'm thinking, yeah. Yeah, you are. You're still the same douchebag, in my opinion, in every situation, because you won't take accountability, in my opinion. And apparently, it's not just my opinion. Oh, no. Fans flocked to the comment section of this video, because apparently the Sister Wives fans were on this interview like flies on poop. Oh, yes. That's why we're talking about it, because I also was all over this interview. It was so interesting. And like I said, I have it linked in the description below this video, so please go check it out in its entirety. It is about an hour and a half long, So it is a lengthy interview, so be sure you got a minute. Oh, and he also regurgitates the same narrative that he's trying to sell to us, Sister Wives fans and viewers, that Robin, his wife, is so shy and demure. Oh, yes, he said that. The comment section under this video, be sure when you go watch it and you're listening to it while you're doing it, just browse through the comments. If you don't have time, let's browse through the top comments. Let's be clear, Kody Brown is the reason why his children don't talk to him. They've said so themselves. His lack of accountability is why he's so disliked and creepy. Ladies, on behalf of all females, thank you for beating Kody. I knew he'd lose, but for him to lose to 2 women has made it so much better. 10 days having to listen to Kody alone is torture. Kody has zero self-awareness. He said he's close to 3 of his daughters, a.k.a. Robin's children. Kody didn't learn a damn thing from his experience because he refuses to see the truth. Kody Brown acting like his life hasn't been on TV for the past 15 years. We all saw you abandon the majority of your children and now you blame their moms. The hatred for Kody from Sean is radiating. Kody was estranged from his kids several years before the divorces. He's such a liar. Just when I think Kody can be more of a douche, he proves me wrong. The Sister Wives guy is such a schmuck. God, Kody sucks the life out of the room when he talks, doesn't he? Kody has a relationship with only Robin's kids. If he didn't get it after Garrison's passing, he never will. Anytime Kody talks, the 3 ladies completely zone out. LOL, they hate him. The ladies carried the finale, period. Kody blaming his relationships with his kids on the divorce is a lie. Majority of his kids did not have a relationship with him for years before the wives left. It's all on the show. We all saw it. He called them jerks during COVID because they did not want to follow his COVID rules. He's rewriting history with this poor me narrative. But we all know what really happened. Apparently, he forgot he was on the television show. They are not victims of divorce. The divorces were not expensive because they were supporting him and Robin. Kody Brown's word salad is ridiculous. Nuance is Kody's word of the day. Kody seems to think he's on Sister Wives, trying to dominate the conversation like it's all about him. I love that Kody made his hair look even worse. The clown look fits him so well. Kody is incurable as a narcissist. He will never own what he's done to his biological children. He's absolutely disgusting. The 5 children that he has a relationship with are he and Robin's extremely emotional damaged children, of which 3 of them are adults. They are his private flying monkeys. He literally makes me sick to my stomach. The mothers of his bio kids were so gracious to him, and seeing how he talked to them and about them is beyond disturbing. Quote to Christine, "The sacrifices I made to love you wasted." It shocks the conscience how sick this creep is. So he still has to take over the conversation. As usual, Kody is delusional. Kody is so delusional. He lies all the way through this interview. We have been watching him destroy his wives and children for 20 years. He doesn't even mention that one of his sons unalived himself, and still Kody makes excuses and doesn't take any responsibility for the pain and harm he has brought to the other 3 families. Despicable. Andrew looks like he wants to punch the snot out of Kody. He wouldn't. Kody saw himself differently on Special Forces because he has to be able to do a lot of approval for Sister Wives episodes. The followers of Sister Wives aren't buying the apology tour. He has shown too many times who he truly is. Kody is irritated because everyone keeps circling back to his children, but he's completely unaware of how twisted he is to all these people he's meeting through Special Forces. I think he has justified himself by thinking those who criticize him are on the side of the ex-wives or formed a wrong opinion through a bad edit on the show, but none of these people knew the backstory, and they find him abhorrent entirely on his own merits. Okay. Mainly, we were just slamming Kody in the comments, and I'm here for it. Kody abandoned 13 of his kids way before the divorces. This is what caused the divorces, for goodness sake. His rejection to his children for years contributed to the tragedy of one of his own sons last year who just couldn't deal with his father's rejection. Thank you for asking Kody the hard questions. But once again, Kody is just spitting out lies. I just wish he would have listened to your advice for his children's sake. He doesn't get it. Kody lied throughout the interview. The only takeaway Kody learned, nothing, and still blames everyone else for the situation he is in with his children. Super cool. As you see, the majority of the comments are pointing out how Kody apparently isn't too humble. I've noticed that he said that's the other word of I would say of the year. Because since he's been on Special Forces, that's what he says. Now, I want you to pay attention. If you go back and listen to any interview he's done, every single interview, he says, when I come back home, I was so humbled. I'm so humbled. It was a humbling experience. I was humble. Dude, did you just learn that word? Curious. Asking for myself. The sister wives spoiler that was revealed during this was Kody saying that 2 of his ex-wives got spiritual divorces while one got remarried. Oh yes, because the question was asked, or it wasn't really a question. It was kind of a statement like, I bet 3 divorces can get expensive or is expensive. And he said, well, we were never legally married. And then they was like, what are you talking about? You was never legally married. And then he was like, well, we was married in a spiritual sense. 3 of the ex-wives were married in a spiritual sense. But since then, 1 ex-wife has got remarried and 2 have got spiritual divorces from the church. So there was that spoiler from Sister Wives, because we've been watching Janelle this season bring up that she needs a spiritual divorce. She wants to go get a release like Mary did, which we didn't ever see any details from Mary's church release, alleged church release. We just heard Mary say, okay, they let me have a release due to abandonment or something. I mean, it was no, I don't know. This is just so boring, this show, The Sister Wives Season 20. To me, I just can't get behind it. That's why I've been dabbling into more interesting topics, which, by the way, I hope you've been enjoying. This topic right here, this interview, so good. Like I said, I have it linked in the description below this video. Be sure you go check it out. Don't forget to like and share this video. And after you watch this interview, or if you've already watched it, meet me in the comments below and let me know your thoughts and opinions. I love you for watching. I'll see you in my next video or in the comments below.